Well, it's time again to talk about the phonics or MST archetype, and I've got some good ones now. So, right off the bat, oh, this is too loud. Alright, Jesus Christ. So, right off the bat, throw down Magala as a special summon because they ain't got nothing on the field. And then, because I use Radiant Typhoon Stanza, it's a quick play, but it's also specifically a Radiant Typhoon quick play, I get to summon the Beauty Valroon straight from my deck. Throw down a Suin to get the good old Sight Trance quick play spell, and this lets you draw 2 cards, but then you have to discard 1, specifically a quick play spell. Actually, draw 2 cards, discard 1 Radiant Typhoon card, or a quick play spell. Or if you do not have any in your hand, discard your entire hand. Sometimes, you just gotta take those gambles. Anyways, that sets off my Radiant Typhoon Croatia, or Crothia. So once she hits the board, boom, I get 2 more cards. The Trap card, and MST. These 2 get linked away for the ever-popular number 3 Kakata King. Set down my cards and I end my turn. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Killer Tune. And if it's not Killer... Oh, no, it's Book of Eclipse. So look, I'm already aware, right? They're going to do a bunch of summoning, got a max C. I don't have anything else. And then I can recycle those cards to get a 3rd card in my hand. And the aim is, hopefully I'll draw into a hand trap that I can use to interrupt their plays. But I get a Suin, and so I just have to live with all my monsters in face-down defense position. He summons Elemental Hero Stratos, which then gets Effect Veilered, and that, after negating, he gets pissed, and he surrenders. No, he attacks that first. So, here's the second one I go into. Put this on there. Dude drops Killer Tune Q. Gets its effect off, but then I Effect Veiler it, because I don't want to deal with that. There you go. Get negated. Get wrecked. Dude synchros away Killer Tune Q and Red Nova for the Track Maker in defense position. His on-summon ability happens, Red Nova's effect happens, and then Killer Tune Q's effect happens. Now I don't really have any more hand traps down here, so I just kind of have to take it. Oh, they were both max C? Oh, man. He banished one and put the other one on the bottom of my deck. Then he summons he activates the field spell, and then summons Killer Tune Mix, whose on-summon ability gets a new card. They synchro away, all 3. Bam! Visa Aramata. Is that what that is? Excuse me. Visa's Amritara, because am retarded is what I am. But anyways, the effect goes off, whatever. Then he uses the field spell to send his tuner monster or his synchro monster away and summons out Rico. Plays down Killer Tune Synchro, and then synchros those away. 3 + 2 = 5. Did you know? For Red Seal, and this is hands down one of the best cards in the deck. I love this card. It's really good. And anyways. So Red Seal's there, and I figured, hey, you know what, if you're going to activate a quick play spell, I might as well throw down my Phonics. Because I am, in fact, hooked on Phonics. And then he sends away my Leviair Dragon, which, I mean, whatever. So here we go. This is not much, but this is what I can do. Dark Ruler no more. And then his Manadium Reframing counter trap stops that. Unfortunately, it is what it is. So then I go into my draw 2 spell. And then, of course, Red Seal is going to negate that. So I'm going to come in at Chainlink 3 and MST off his field spell. So my draw 2 spell is getting negated, but I'm okay with that, because right then it sets off Phonix's skill to send them back into their extra deck. I hit him for 3,000, set my card face down, and then I pass turn, because it's really all I can do. 3 cards in hand, what can he do? K9 66 A Jokel comes down along with Lupus, and after Jokel's effect happens, I'm going to actually Called by the Grave his tuner monster, and this is also I can set off Phonics to put both of his monsters back into the extra deck. With no monsters on the field to do anything with, no more gas in the tank, ends his turn. So here's the deal. My idea, right? Attack with Phonics, and then go into Radium Crothia here for some more, hopefully get some more plays. I could have done better, honestly. I could have done so much better. But anyways, I get the Searcher out to get Suin, and then I drop down Suin for... This one is the... it sends a Radiant monster from the deck to the graveyard. Radiant Typhoon monster. So I send Valrune, and I set down my MST. This is not the best I could do, but this is the best I could do. So... So he activates his own quick play spell card. Okay, so this is not going to set off these guys, I reckon, because the way they're worded is only if an MST is activated while it's in the graveyard, then you can special summon it. So the MST is not going to stop this. MST doesn't negate. I'm sure there's a, I think the trap card helps it do that or something, but that's not the case here. I just really need to get it off. So MST blows up their spell card. It's not going to stop the effect, but it is, after all this resolves, going to get me to my monsters back out of the graveyard. So first off, Chainlink 1, his on-summon ability, Chainlink 2, Valrune, Chainlink 3, Phonics, and the resolve in reverse order. Phonics hits the board in attack position, Valrune gets thrown down in defense. So now Rico gets his card, and he throws down Killer Tune Mix, which of course is immediately going to get negated by Valrune, because I can't let any more happen than I, have to. And then so, here's the good part about that. Because Valrune effect states that you can negate it if you have MST in your graveyard. However, if you have 2 in the graveyard, you can actually destroy the monster that you negate, which is great. So it's not on the board. They can't do any more synchro summons. And I guess I don't know what these cards are, but obviously they weren't enough to win because he surrendered. So we're coming in into another duel. Oh, coming in too hot. And again, throws down Eminent Hero Stratos. It gets negated. And then I throw him at Max C. So I can hopefully draw some cards, because I figure he's probably going to do something. He sets 1 card and passes. It's just not enough. So here we go. MST the face down. It gets destroyed. Turns out it was Forbidden Droplet, which sets off Crothia so I can summon her for free. And that's going to get me my draw 2 and also my MST. And we're going to use it, but it doesn't matter. He's already had enough, and he surrenders. Last one for today. And we're going against K9 Killer Tune. So right off the bat, I'm trying to max C this so I can start getting some cards. But he Ash Blossoms, which will negate the max C and won't get me any summons. And I think this was just an insult to injury. It's like, here's another summon you're not getting a draw for. Anyways, the effect goes off, sends a card, and then Lantern's effect. Case of K9. Oh god, so much is happening. And then he summons K9 17 Ripper. And then uses his effect, which will get a card onto the board. And then summons Jokel and Izuna. Jokel's effect gets him another card. And then he sends him away as an Xyz summon for the ever-popular Nash Knight. And all of these new cards that are also quick plays, it's just beautiful for me because it sets off a lot of my cards. But I digress. It lets him search and add a card to his hand. And that's enough for now. He ends his turn. So now here we go. And this is, honestly, this is probably some of the best hands you could ask for. Mine is Dark Ruler no more. But I digress. So we're going to MST just to see what happens. Pop that continuous spell. And then I go into Suin. And Suin on search is going to set off his killer Toon Clip. And for some reason I think, you know what? No, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So I use this to send Phonics. Now, if there's like some sort of technique or skill or whatever it is to choose between sending Phonics versus Valrune, I don't know it. You just kind of have to know where you're in the game and kind of figure out which one would be more beneficial first. So anyways, so Killer Toon Clip comes out and then gets immediately Secro Summoned. It gets immediately Secro Summoned mid-chain resolution, which is just, it blows my mind. That's where we're at in Yu-Gi-Oh! So it hits the board, and then Suin resolves, giving me my Searcher spell. So then his on-summon ability happens, clips Synchro Material Sending ability? I guess I don't know exactly what you would call it, but I'll just read the line here. And it says, if this card is sent to the graveyard as Synchro Material, you can banish one random face-down card from your opponent's extra deck. And they all have these effects that say, if this card is sent to the graveyard, so like the one that's here now, that will be the next chain link 3, if this card is sent to the graveyard as Synchro Material, you can target a monster your opponent controls and destroy it. So again, they all have this. And so anyways, Mix is going to come in and destroy Suin. It's sad. The funeral is later today at 7, in case you're curious. And then Tuner Clip gets rid of Splittle Knight, and then he gets a search off of his summon. So then I summon out Erdrum, which gets me my Magala, throw down Magala, and I'll point out right now, the reason these are able to be special summoned is because I have MST in the graveyard. The only other reason I'd be able to special summon them is if my opponent happened to not have any spell traps out. But I have MST, so it doesn't matter that he does. So anyways, Stanza Tribute, coming in hot with that search function, giving my MST. I figured, I don't know what it was, something in my mind, I was like, you know what? I don't think a monster's going to help me in this case. I'm just going to get MST. So I get MST. And that's going to set off Magala so I can summon Valrune from the deck. There she is, absolutely beautiful, in case you don't know. This is supposed to be a lady. I thought it was just like a giant storm cloud or something, which I guess it is. It's like her hat. I don't know. I just, anyway. So then I send these two off so I can Xyz summon the number 3 Kakata King. And basically what this thing does, I guess I'll just point it out now, is that when a monster on the field activates its effect, you can detach a material from this card to then target that monster, negate its effects, and then make an insect monster on your field either gain 500 defense or change its battle position. I almost always go for the defense. I can't imagine a time where I needed to change position. But anyways, okay, and yeah, it has an effect. Where is it? It has an effect that says if the battle position of this card changes, you can spell summon an insect. But I don't really have insects, so it doesn't really come up ever in this deck specifically. But anyways, he activates his spell card, and again, I'm not going to stop the spell card. I don't have the trap card out. I can't negate the effect. I can only destroy it. But I really need my effects off. So I do it anyways. Resolve in reverse order. We destroy the spell card. That again is not going to stop the effect. It's just to get my effect off. And K9 Ripper is going away so he can summon out good old K9X Werewolf. And then that gets destroyed. And also sets off my Phonics, which he chains Izuna, and I'm chaining Valerie, and then he chains Lupus. I mean, my god, look at these chains, folks. So going in reverse order here, Lupus is going to summon himself out, and then Valrune is going to go ahead and negate and destroy Izuna, and then Phonics hits the board, proper as usual. And then last but not least, I activate another, because I don't want to... So these things always have two effects. So you can either do the one thing that is like normally good, or you can just add an MST from your deck or graveyard to your hand. And this all boils down to the fact that I do not want to take the gamble and lose all my cards. I'm going to get a guaranteed card. So I get MST, and that sets off Phonics. So we send off two of their monsters back to the deck. He chains Werewolf, which unfortunately for me doesn't seem to do anything. I guess whatever it didn't do enough. But they get off the board, and I attack his monster. And then that recycles his spell card back to the board. And all I'm thinking is, dear God, please play it so I can get rid of your monsters. But anyway, so now he drops down Killer Tune Q, and Valerie is going to negate that. Because MST is in my hand, I don't get the destruction effect, which is unfortunate. But anyways, he drops down the field spell, gets rid of his Q, and summons out Rico. Rico's effect is going to get another monster from the deck to the hand, by that being Mix. Mix summons herself. Mix gets an Mix gets an on-summon ability, which, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure, actually, I'll just read it. Normal or special summoned at a killer, yep. It's always, anyways, so then Red Seal hits the board, and if I haven't said it already, Red Seal is hands down one of the coolest cards in the game. Like, it's just really good, okay? So he Red Seals Phonics. So Phonics is now negated, and Valrune is unfortunately in the graveyard. And now Phonics is in the graveyard, and I'm down to about 6,000 life points. Now, it all comes down to this. There's a lot of times in Yu-Gi-Oh!, unfortunately, where it all comes down to the top deck. Do I draw a card I need? Yes. I draw Dark Ruler no more. I'm maining 3 of them, baby. And you bet your sweet ass I play it down immediately, negating his monsters so I don't have to worry about Red Seal negating anything else. I MST his field spell just to get it off. But actually, not just to get it off, but because I played MST, I get to recycle both Phonics and Valrune, putting them back onto the board. Valrune, of course, hits in defense position, and Phonics comes out in attack. Battle phase, taking out the Red Seal, because that's going to be the more problematic card if I leave it alive. And pass turn. Here we come out, yet another Killer Tune. Yet another Killer Tune Q. But this time I'm ready, because not only do I have an MST in the graveyard to be able to have Beauty Valrune's negation on board, but I actually have 2 of them again. So now this time it'll be getting destroyed, which is let's watch. Negation, destroy, and he gives up. And so, in case you're curious, this is the deck I'm working with. You got 1 Phonics, 1 Valrune, your 3 Crotheas, Suin, Erdrum, and Magala are all at 2, with a bunch of hand traps and stuff like Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, Maxi, Effect Veiler. Not really a hand trap, but sometimes gets played as one. Crossout Designator. Those are all at 2, by the way. Crossout Designator and Forbidden Droplet are at 1, namely because they can be recycled. And I guess also this one, because I can only have 1. And you got like Infinite Impermanence and Dominus Purge at 2. And then for the rest of the things that are actually MST related, you have the actual MST at 2. Radiant Typhoon Sight Trance at 3, which, by the way, this is the draw 2, discard 1. And then you have Stanza Tribute, also at 3. This is the one that lets you search. And the Radiant Typhoon Summoning Technique, which I guess I don't know why they call it that, because it's a mill. Is that what that is? A mill? It's not from the top though. It's just a send. And triple tactical talents, 3 Dark Ruler no more, and this is really where this helps the deck like a lot, because the whole thing about MST is that it destroys your back row, and then you can also get rid of back row through other means. So getting rid of the monsters is a lot easier with Dark Ruler no more, because they can't do anything about it. I mean, at least not with their monsters. And then, also you got the trap card at 1. So you can shuffle your quick play spells back right here, shuffle them into the deck, but then also draw a card. And that's kind of pretty much the only reason I play this, is so I can get a chance to draw into a hand trap or something else that helps me interact with the opponent. And then I guess for the extra deck, you got stuff like Totem Bird for negating Spell Trap. Levy of the Siege Dragon never comes up. Number 3, Kakata King for monster negation. Then you have a bunch of stuff for stealing stuff. I guess for wind related, we have Wind Charmer and Gladefly. Greatfly, excuse me. Everything else is just like this stuff I could feasibly make and basically never do. Like if I really wanted to try and steal some monsters, I guess. I don't know how else to tell you. I'm very not good at deck building. I really like playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Splittle Knight, Nightmare Phoenix, Unicorn, Access Kotogger. I think I've made Nightmare Unicorn a total of 1 time, and it was in against the computer. So it's not that it just doesn't come up. You know, Underworld Goddess. When am I going to make that? But throw it in there. And then for side deck stuff, just stuff I might want to hit. Like, probably not going to run into Nibiru. I think I do most of my summonings under 5. Maybe I'm not really counting. Dimension Shifter to hit that. A 3rd Joyous Blossom. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Again, these are just things I would think I could hit with Crossout if I find them coming up. So you can side them out in a match. Harpy's Feather Duster, Raigeki, Lightning Storm. I have a second summoning technique just in case I decide it's actually a really good card and I need more copies. But so far I haven't ever had to need more than 1. Forbidden Droplet is in here. It's a very common spell card in case I need more than 1. But, I mean, the fact that you can recycle both Forbidden Droplet, all 3 of Forbidden Droplet, Crossout Designator, and Call by the Grave for the trap card, I don't think I need more than 1. 3rd Infinite Impermanence, 3rd Dominus Purge, and 2 copies of Songs of the Dominator, which this is, where is it? Its opponent activates a monster effect on the field. It's basically like Valrune, but on a trap card, I guess. I don't know. It's just cards I think will come in useful. But yeah, there you go. This is the deck, and those are some of the games I've had just earlier today. And I thought I'd yap about them. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Jesus loves you, and I love you too.